hello. You jumped right up here. No, not me, them. Say hi. Look. The cameo out of the way. We'll try not to have him be too much of a distraction, but he does insert his opinion every once in a while, so just be aware of that. But hello everyone, I'm really excited for this video. I have been a Maisie Peters fan for a couple years now. I found Maisie after she released The Good Witch, and that was just my soulmate of an album. I got the absolute honor of seeing her open for Conan Gray in 2024, and let me tell you, when that was announced, I was equally as excited to see Maisie as I was Conan. Needless to say, once the tour is announced, expect a vlog, because there will be one. This is definitely one of my most anticipated albums. I have been waiting for this a really long time. I have the album queued up, we're gonna get to in a second. I know that Maisie has already pre-released quite a few of these songs and done music videos for them. The only one that I have seen is My Regards, and that is kind of on purpose. I am the kind of person, when I listen to an album, I like to listen to it all the way through. I want to get the full picture of what the artist is trying to communicate with the album. Therefore, I actually made the conscious decision to not spoil some of the songs for myself. I wanted to listen to everything in its entirety. And you may be thinking, well, then how can you support the artist? But that's not fair, because then you're not streaming her songs. I will have you know that what I actually do is quite insane. I don't listen to them myself, but I will queue them up on my computer so she gets streaming credit for songs that I haven't heard. I wanted to go into this with as much fresh perspective as possible, also to give you guys my authentic reactions to all of these songs. So just getting that out of the way. So I think we're just gonna go ahead and dive in. Mary Jane's is track 1. I have heard Maisie talk a little bit in a recent interview about how the first track on the album, she really wants to establish the tone of the project, and that she wants to include as much of herself on the first track as possible. I think I'm really gonna like this one. It's only 2 minutes and 31 seconds. I knew this song was gonna kind of build, but I knew it wasn't gonna get too big. So I really like the direction this is taking and the tone that it's keeping this. The fact that the track was only around 2.5 minutes, the pacing that it kept throughout the entire thing, it definitely feels like an album intro, almost like a spoken word poem maybe, or it just feels very much like a diary entry. Really enjoyed it lyrically. It had a lot of personality and a lot of feeling in it, even though it was so short and so succinct. It carried a lot, and I think it definitely sets the tone for the album. That track is just so much about authenticity and not caring about expectations placed on you, or how other people perceive you, or what other people perceive as should be cool or beautiful or whatever. She's none of that matters. One, because I have you, but also I think that there's this other side of it about because I know who I am. I think the way that she was singing it too, it feels a little zippy, these are zinger lines, you know? Also, she mentioned the Eras tour, because I'll tell you what too, Maisie, I agree with you. As a fan, that shit hurt. That shit absolutely hurt, but it's okay. It's okay. Track 2, Audrey Hepburn. This is one, I know she did release this before. I have not listened to it though. Oh, this is a music video. The color scheme. Oh my God, the lighting of this is insane. Oh, I have quite a bit to say about this actually. Oh my gosh. I like how simplistic it is, but it carries so much. I think we're gonna get a lot of love songs. I am very happy for Maisie to find that kind of love. The way that she writes about this person, she even used the word magnetic. I love how she said, I'm drawn to your bones. You're just in love with every level of this person. Being drawn to someone's bones is almost like being drawn to the very core of who that person is. This music video also felt very reflective of a lot of the album shoot photos. Almost maybe even inverted. The album shoot is all done outside in the daytime, and this is done inside a studio at night. And where the album photo shoot had a lot more warm tones, this has a lot more cool tones to it. So it was blues and reds and a more pure white, and then the other one is yellows, greens, and more of a cream tones. I don't know, that was just an interesting thing that I noticed. And I do at the end too how she put on the glasses as well. Kind of almost reflects or reminds me of the line where she said I'll be barefaced in the light, that idea of no makeup, just she doesn't feel like she has to put on a show for this person. She can just be authentic. And so including her glasses in a few things, like in the music video or a couple of shots, is what I love about listening to an album for the first time, like seeing it all unfold, like unwrapping the present, you know what I mean? Okay. I think Say My Name in Your Sleep she also pre-released. I don't think I know anything about it. I also really like for these lyric videos her doing these like cute little film strips, but this is also what I'm talking about too. It's just very minimalistic and simplistic. Like sunlight streaming through windows in her bedroom, like that type. That's exactly what I was talking about. Ooh. Oh. Maisie! She is 3-4-3. I really like this one too. See, the pacing of this too, I'm already kind of grooving a little bit. It's already kind of stuck in my head. The little like folksy guitar plucking. I really like that. Okay. I think that is such a songwriter artist line to say. I'd rather be hated than forgotten. Such an artsy thing to say. The way that she writes songs, I think that that's the main thing that draws me to Maisie, because I listen to artists of a lot of different genres. I'm just a very story-driven person. I care more about the world that they built, the story that they're telling, as opposed to like what genre it's sung to. So it could be folk, it could be pop, it could be metal. This song in particular too is very hypnotic. I really enjoy like the melodical, almost like lullaby quality that her voice has. I really like it, and I was in the entire time, like every little line, I was like, ooh, that's a good one. Ooh, that's a good one. Ooh. I don't know. I think it's like far too early to try to like pick or rank songs. Track 4. Right in. Ooh. I lied, I'm already picking favorite songs. Get him! Get him! Listen, Linda. Okay. Like, I love little things like that. She's saying, you only drink old fashions, right? And then she says, one taste of bitter orange and my skin will crawl. Like, something like that is so subtle, because previously in the song, she talked about the fact that he says he only drinks old fashions. As soon as she says that line about one taste of bitter orange, my skin will crawl, like that thing will remind me of you because of this other connection that we made earlier. Like, it's just little, like, that's just such a clever way of songwriting, like these little details that are like callbacks to other things. I love how Maisie writes. I think I do have a preference a little bit when she gets kind of sassy or petty in her songs. And the visuals too for this lyric video, the seaside like on the blue, I appreciate too that each one of them has that. So far, like, everything has a very distinct visual that matches the entire palette of the album, but then is also unique to the song. That one's probably my favorite so far. Next one is Houses.
Million eggshells on the bedroom floor, those across stairs, the guitar in the corner that doesn't get played more. You always wanted to live away, then you met Rachel in the suburbs. It isn't now, there is, but I didn't.
Oh.
The life I could have been.
Okay, this is rare for me, and I'm gonna go back. I never pause in the middle of songs. I don't like to do it. But I just like already this one, there's so much right off the bat with this one that I kind of have to, because I was like, I don't think she's gonna give us an instrumental break. But like this exactly, like there's just too much that's happening right now to be able to like wait to the end or process all of it if I want to get my thoughts out. So, because already she's painting such a beautiful picture. Like, I'm seeing this vision of her like walking into this person's house, and she's pointing out all these little details of things that are talking about like dusty dreams, because there's like the guitar in the corner that never gets played. Like, he swore he was gonna do this thing or be this person, and then that never happened. Like, was gonna like live off the grid and blah blah blah, but then you met this person, and now all of a sudden your life is the opposite of everything you predicted. And she's coming in with this perspective of being like, I see my life. If I'd continued my journey with you, I am seeing how my life would have panned out, like what could have been. And it's not in like a like judgmental way. It's not in like a, oh my god, I'm so glad I dodged a bullet, at least not yet at this point in the song, only like 1/4 in. But it's just it's an observational, like, third perspective narrative, and I'm really enjoying the structure of this song. Okay, we have to, like, this is already, like, I'm just, there's so much going on right now. Maisie, I love you. We're gonna go back a few seconds. Okay. Like a nightmare, like a vision. Oh! So is this a different ex now? Oh my god! Okay, actually maybe this is my favorite song. Actually, what the fuck? Okay, again, wow, this is crazy. Like, I really don't pause during songs ever. But okay, so this is crazy. Okay, so she did do the thing that I thought she was gonna do, because as soon as she said at the end of the chorus, the house is my ex's live in, I was like, oh my gosh, then the next verse is gonna be a different ex. And then I love that. So like, we have this very vivid picture of this first ex, right? And the house that they lived in and how she described the situation now, and then she moves on to the second person. So this is an apartment, right? So already a different setup. The bookshelf full of women, like he's a player, right? He can't settle down with any of these people. A bookshelf you'll never read if you're honest, you know? Like, you will never truly get to know these women. Talking about how there's no, like, it just feels like the bamboo is dead. Like, you think it's feng shui, all the dead bamboo. Talking about there's no, like, feet pattering, you know, of like kids. There's no like wedding dress in a box, because like you would not get to know this like person. Like, and I see it, the wife I could have been. Like, she's talking about all like, she's painting this picture which is totally different than the first one. He did have kids, he did build this life like with this person, versus this other ex has built no life with no one. Like, it's okay, I think this is my favorite song. It's like a book. This feels like a book to me, and I love this concept of a song, because it's the houses my exes live in. Like, she, guys, Maisie's brain. Maisie's on another level. You guys don't understand. Okay, we're gonna go back to the beginning of the chorus again. This is crazy. I'd paint it in pastels and I'd put me in a frame, but I'm too big for the easel, so I ruin it again. Maisie. Honestly, okay, it's way too long to get tattooed, but I'm thinking of ways to visually encapsulate it. I just love, I can see it like a nightmare, like a vision. The houses my old lovers will live in. Are you kidding me, Maisie? That's my favorite song. Oh, I can't even like get out all the emotions that I'm feeling. Okay. I don't know how to move on from this song. I think we just have to rip the Band-Aid off. Like, bro. But the next song is Kingmaker with Julia Michaels. Julia Michaels being a pretty notable co-writer on some very popular songs. I try not to place like high expectations on songs, but so I'm gonna try to like ground level, like flatten this one out and be like, nope, let's just go in blind and just experience the song. Get that tattoo too. Ooh. I mean, read them to filth. What can I say? Like, ooh, damn. You little boy, you word breaker. Damn, pin on fire for that one. This song is for the girls who took a guy that had a lot of potential, fixed him up, and then he ran away and somebody else got to reap the benefits. Like, she talks about seeing star potential. I gave you gold, should have given you wax paper. That's another really good line too. It reminds me of, and this is probably more British culture, but like those Christmas crackers where you get like the little paper crown inside. Yep, should have given you wax paper. It's more of an observation than a criticism one way or the other, but I do feel like The Good Witch was a bit more pop, was a bit more curated for like radio play, maybe. And this one just feels more folksy. I don't particularly mind it. It's just an observation more than an opinion. Because everything about this album really does feel like it blends in with each other and is like curated, and kind of everything clicks into different facets of other stuff. The visuals are very defined, the sound is very defined. It's just I really appreciate, I guess, like the branding of this album. Vampire Time, okay. I do think is going to be about somebody that sucks the life out of you. You know. Wow. Another one that just jumps right out of the gate. Okay. Oh, about being interested in a bad boy is what the song knows. I mean, just all men are full of shit, Maisie. I don't know what to tell you. This is interesting, actually. It was a very interesting concept. Are you still on Vampire Time? So I'm assuming that means like active at night, sleeps during the day. Haircut, the cigarettes, still stuck on 89. Absolutely get the image of the type of guy she's painting. Okay, I mean, I could see this being, I'm a little, okay. My brain is going between like taking some of the lyrics, but then also seeing like how it fits in with the bigger picture of things, because like I can see how this song is kind of a transition of like because we're gonna go into My Regards being another in love song, so this is kind of like wrapping up the stuff with the exes, and it's like, oh, I've been burned by these guys, let me check out what you're doing, because this person is somebody that clearly was in her past, because she talks about like wanting to reintroduce herself to this person, like, I've heard these things about you and now I want to see like what that means, like how have you changed? And she's also like, are these old things about you still true? I don't know, because like that's just I think that's like the two things that my brain is like fighting against, is trying to see like take the song for face value but also seeing how it fits in the bigger picture. So I'm kind of at war with this song right now, and I think I'm being, I don't want to say like being too analytical about it, but it's like a puzzle piece that I'm trying to be like, does it go over here or does it go over there? I might be overthinking it, low gate. And here we are. So just to kind of prove my point of trying to like listen to as little as possible before like dissecting a whole album, this is a good example of like My Regards, because I've already processed the song, literally memorized it. It was like my most played song of February when it came out. My thoughts on it, I've kind of already processed, so when I'm sitting here in this moment, I'm like, yeah, I really like the song. That's it. My like initial reactions and like my analysis of the song, I think like already passes by the time that I like sit down and do this kind of thing. But anyway, I do really like that song. It's actually one of my top. It makes so much sense why it was a single. I mean, it was everywhere, which is kind of why it ended up being the one that I couldn't avoid, because it was just so fun and catchy and energetic. It's the very melodic earworm, you know, that's what she was using to kind of rope people into the album. So it was like all over TikTok. We just jump right in, okay. The simplicity of the music video, but also I feel like her removing the lipstick speaks a lot. So you wash my heart out of your shirt, like that is also too very representative of like the visuals where she's taking off her makeup. Again with the glasses, the last shot of her putting on her glasses, I'm telling you, it's a metaphor. It's definitely one of the most lyrically complex songs. I do need more time with it. Like I really have to sit here and go through it. But it's probably one of my top. I just think that because it is more of a, like I really have to go through and read everything, and it is like a slower, maybe even the most like heartbroken song on the album, because I think Old Fashions was angry, the most I think like emotionally vulnerable song on the album. I don't want to say I'm overwhelmed, but it's like, oh god, I have to like listen to this song at least 3 times. Of course they're just gonna go right outside my window, right? Interrupt me, it's okay. I think it's one of those where I need to listen to it like 3 times before I can even like fully comprehend everything about this song. It's evidently about like somebody that just haunts every part of your being. You acknowledge that they're consuming your every waking thought, but you're trying not to, but then I think also by trying not to, it ends up being like you're still just so focused on this person, so it's kind of like feeding into itself. You're trying to like move on from this or wash this away, but in doing so, you're just like making it worse even. With a lot of these songs, I want to go back and revisit my opinions much later. Now we have If You Let Me, which is featuring Marcus Mumford. I'm also really excited for this one, but neutral, no thoughts. Okay, go Maisie. This is one of my favorite vocally for sure. This is one of those songs that's like a mood song. I can already see where I'm like, we're gonna be like, let's listen to this one. Also one of the shorter songs on the album too. That felt more like a duet than Kingmaker did. And the way that I would choose to describe it is like this song felt more like a conversation. Narratively, Kingmaker was like two girls on like the same wavelength, like talking about the same thing. Two people singing together and then two people talking to each other. Does that make sense? But a total pace change from You. Even though they're both really heartbroken songs, they're kind of, they gave me opposite experiences, quite literally. This one is Flat Earther, which was one of the most intriguing titles when she announced the track list. I don't really have any predictions, but I just liked the title. Thought it would be good. So, I'm ready. Oh my god. Yes. I love that. I really like this one already. Ooh. It's giving me the same listening experience as Houses almost. Not as strong, but this is also going to be a top track for me, I can tell. Yeah. I like that a lot. I love the metaphor that this song is encapsulated in. You were my favorite conspiracy. You know, she looked for codes in the sky and then realized that she had made them all up. And then I love too in the bridge how she said, I still believe, I just don't believe in you. Kind of encapsulating the idea of I'm still a hopeless romantic, like I'm still a believer, it's just I just don't believe in you. That's definitely, yeah, that's a top track for sure. I really liked that one. I think Houses gave me a more visceral reaction because it was so imagery based, but this too, kind of like akin, I would put them in the same category. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 songs left. I'm excited. Yes, girl. Well, of course she does. I like that. Aww. This is another little bit of like a sassy, petty Maisie, which we all know I love. Yeah, this one's gonna be in my stuck in my head for sure. Of course she does. Your answer's ignorable. These questions rhetorical. I was like, that's what I thought it was. I was like, what did she say? I like that. Ignorable, rhetorical. I like that. Even this, like the little wah 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 in the back there, even that kind of sounds very 1989 coded. Girls Just Flying. Oh, actually, let me think about that title. Girls has an apostrophe. It's possessive. Interesting. Now I'm extra curious about this song. The visuals for this are really interesting too. Is this her rehearsing for the... Oh my god, no, there's crowd shots. This is absolutely the little mini tour that she did. Oh my god. I'm sorry, I can't even focus on the song because he's visual. This is a little baby music video. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. We need to go back because I'm so caught up on this little mini music video that we're getting for this song. Oh my god, this is so cute. Ah. Love that. This is so good. I love this song. This it kind of reminds me a little bit of like The Last One or The Band and I. This is like a self-love song almost. Like there is like a little bit of talking to an ex, but a love letter to life is what it is. Visuals of this being her singing live, shots of the crowd, her with her band. This is absolutely a finding yourself again song, a love letter to life. They play our song, I Keep Driving, Can't Beat the Girl If the Girl's Not Biting. Because she talks about being 23 and she's now almost 26. So this was probably one of the first songs written for the album. So that's very interesting that it's on the end. I loved that song, actually. You Lost Sleep, I Lost Seasons, something about love not breaking even. I really like that particular imagery. Immediately my brain went to Conan Gray, his Wishbone album, about how love doesn't break even. But they both lost, but like they lost in different ways. It felt different for each of them. I don't want to say that would be a good closer because we have 2 songs left, but also that would be a good closer. 14 songs. I cannot believe we went through 14 songs. Or I guess we went through 13, but because this is number 14. But I'm saying I cannot believe we've listened to that many songs. You Then, Me Now is the next one. And we're back. I love her voice. I love her voice. I love her lyricism. My heart used to break, now it's all muscle. Ooh, like heartbreak trains you. Oh. Wow. Oh my god, that was so good. Wow. Now I believe you as far as I can throw you. This was definitely about this was about a first love. Like you just painted your first love to be everything, and then after you got out of it, looking back, you can see it really wasn't all that. She's flipping certain words. She's flipping certain lines. Again, this is another great example of just she's a poet. She writes poetry and then puts it to music. I love the comparisons. The way that she describes her and him is kind of like, it's usually the opposite of something, like you were the clouds, I was the tunnels. Even the title of the song, You Then Me Now, kind of paints where she's at writing this, because she talks about being 18. So I definitely think this is about like a first love. But You Then Me Now is implying like she's in the present looking back on how things were then. It's reflective, right? It's not in the moment. It's not going through the emotions as they're happening. It's reflecting back on a situation, approaching it from a more analytical mind. And that's, I think, the point of the song is that she couldn't see, like what was I crying for? You know, she couldn't see how they were not a good fit for each other until stepping away and looking at it from an outsider perspective. And then it's almost like, well, how could I have not seen that? That's like crazy that I missed that. She had this metaphor she painted where she talked about sometimes the wine that you're drinking is better down the sink, and it's only good because you've never had anything. Like that idea of you don't have anything else to compare it to. I really think this is about a first love, because you don't have anything else to compare this person to, so of course you think it's good because it's the only wine you've ever had. Like, girl, it's from the gas station. Like, there's better wine out there. Oh my god, we only have one more song. There's only one song left. And then I get to go listen to the album on repeat in my car. And we're going full circle. Oh. That was perfect. At first, when it was playing, I was like, oh, we have another love song, because she talked about what it means to be in love. And I was like, we have another song that is dedicated to her current partner. It's like, it's a love song. It's a full circle. We're going back to the beginning of the album because that's where most of the love songs sat. But then we brought back the ex again. And I was like, oh, so this is not a love song, but it is, but it's both. And I really like that, because I think that is the perfect encapsulation of where we ended up by the end of the album. This is everything love is. You weren't that, but it's okay because I have that now. Actually, that might make me cry. It gets us to the final point. Nothing like being in love. Like that phrase even is both ends of the song, where it's like, you are nothing like being in love. But then the other side of that, there's nothing like being in love, because now she knows what it is. Stop. Like that. This was a strong album. This was a good album. It was a no skips album. All 15 tracks deserve to be on here. It is so difficult to rank. And even the songs that are at the bottom, like I feel bad for ranking them low, but I'm like, it doesn't mean that they're bad songs. It just means I liked others more than them. And this is all personal opinion too. This is just how I like to listen to music. So there wasn't, like, I'm gonna say it one more time because it is so true. There was not a single bad song on this album. I genuinely loved every single one of them. This is also just first impressions. So as I sit with these songs and listen to them more, I'm sure when we come back and talk about Maisie Peters again, these opinions will shift. And in fact, what I like to do and what I probably will repeat as a pattern this time, I plan on going to this tour as soon as Maisie announces it. Whenever she has US dates, I definitely want to go. So probably I will revisit the track list again. Right now, I would say Houses is number one. That's such a standout track for me. I really, really like that one. Girls Not Flying, My Regards, Flat Earther, Old Fashioned, Questions, Mary Jane's, You. Then it gets kind of tricky. I think that those are definitely like the ones that are You Then Me Now, Audrey Hepburn, Say My Name, Nothing Like Being in Love. It's such a good track. Like it's I think it's not as upbeat or fun as some of the others, but it really is so good. So I would say, yeah, Nothing Like Being in Love. I would say Kingmaker, If You Let Me, and Vampire Time are kind of all tied right now, sort of towards the end. If I were to put like Vampire Time last, I don't think that means like it feels bad, because I don't want that to be perceived as I think it's a bad song, because it's not. It's good. I liked that one. I liked all of them. So it's just hard to rank. It really is. Final thoughts. This album feels so well packaged. It's just very thought out. Everything fits within this very specific mood board. Visually, sonically, lyrically, you can tell she spent 3 years perfecting this album, and like as things were coming to her, she was making sure that they fit in the grand puzzle. Those were my first impressions. We will be back with more thoughts in the future. I love conversation, so please let me know in the comments what your initial thoughts were, what some of your favorite songs are, or standout tracks, lyrics, like what really got your brain on fire. That's always fun to discuss. Music is a huge product of my life, so if you like these types of videos, they're a frequent topic on this channel, so check out my channel if you feel so inclined. Leave a comment with your opinions on the album, and yeah, that's it. I knew this album was going to be such a highlight for me, and it did not disappoint. 11 out of 10. Love you, Maisie. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.